Hey y'all, it's time for another episode of Pinch Witcha Squinty. Yes, the delightful nectar of the gods, Johnny Walker Black. I love my Scotch. Cheers. Yeah, the music, and I have to be careful because I'm surely going to get a copyright strike for this one. This is from a live album released, I believe, on Ode Records in 1976. The album is called Alive Motherfucker, and it features Billy Cobham on drums, Steve Kahn on guitars, Alphonso Johnson on bass, and on a variety of saxophone-like instruments, the inimitable Tom Scott, one of my favorite sax players from the era. I wrote him a letter once asking him to produce a record for me, and he never responded. I guess I was not offering enough money. I don't know. So let's take a pinch. I'm going to do the Jackson's English Gold simply because it's close at hand and I like it. Essentially, it's an SP, more floral, no bergamot that I can detect. Quite a lot of English toffee scent. Kind of nice. So let's do this. Get your pinch. Pinch your get. We ready? Let's whiff this shit. Here's to the breezes that blow through the trees, that lift the skirts above the knees, that shows the thing that tempts and pleases, squeezes and teases, and spreads diseases and smells of Jesus. Geronimo. Shit, did I just say that out loud? I apologize to my 3 female viewers. I think I've got 3 female viewers. I got so much snuff here. And I'm really excited. I'm super excited, speaking of snuff, because I still have that big order from Artisan Snuff coming. One of the snuffs I ordered, I didn't mention in an earlier video, is the Beltane from Wilson's of Sharrow, which sounds to me like it might be Wilson's take on Samuel Gawith's Fire Dance. It's a blackberry vanilla brandy scented snuff. And I really wonder how the two compare. I do like the Fire Dance from Samuel Gawith. The problem I have is that until the tin has aged and aired a little bit, it has very much chemical scent to it, artificial chemical scent. Not real pleasant. After a year or so in storage, after I've opened the tin, it's actually quite wonderful. Don't much like the pipe tobacco. I did have some Fire Dance Flake and didn't think it was as good as the snuff. But the Beltane kind of sounds like that. I also believe I've got some Silky Dark coming from Gawith, so I'm excited about that. Got a couple from Wilson's. I re-upped on the Honey Menthol. Gotta be the worst name right now. They can't call it Honey Menthol because of the labeling regulations, right? So they started by calling it Be Cool. Get it? B for honey bee. Be Cool. Then it turns out you can't use the word cool when you name a nasal snuff. Have no idea who the keyboard player is, but he's good. Or she. Or it, or she, or ja. Yeah, they're tearing it up. Anyway, so when they discovered they couldn't name it Be Cool, they decided, well, it's B for honey bee and M for menthol, and now they call it BM. When I was a little kid, my grandmother, when I had to take a poop, she'd say, do you have to make a BM, bowel movement? Horrible name, Wilsons. Go back to the drawing board, dumbasses. What the hell are you thinking? BM. Yes, what are you sniffing today, Paul? I'm sniffing BM. Ew. Reminds me of a really bad Indian snuff. And I ain't naming names. Cheers. Oh, gotta do another pinchy, but I think I'm gonna do something else. Ah, this will be the ticket. Speaking of honey, let's do some Swishers. Swishers. Wait, that's not the Swishers. That's the Yellow Lily Plain. Or is it? I don't know. Here's the Swishers. Mmm. This is Honeybee from Swishers of the United States. Actually, it's intended to be an oral dry snuff. You dip a toothpick into it, a moist toothpick or a moist twig. Sweet gum twigs are used down in the United States, the southern United States. And then you hold it between your lip and your gum and absorb the nicotine and the flavor that way. And this is one of the sweet snuffs from Swishers, so it's got quite a lot of powdered sugar as part of the recipe. But I sort of started itching for honey, and it'll be nice on top of the toffee I just sniffed, so. Here we go. Here's to your mother, and your grandmother, and your great-grandmother, and your great-great-great-great-great, no, she's not so great, she was kind of lame in the sack, grandmother. Cheers. Okay, here's the redneck joke of the day, and I'm sending this out to Mississippi Reb. Although I wouldn't call Mississippi Red a redneck, he's an educated man. He knows a lot about snuff. You should check out his YouTube channel, Mississippi Reb. In fact, if you watch his channel, you might even earn yourself a 10% discount from MrSnuff.com. Oh, that's sweet. Sure can smell the honey, though. Ew, this doesn't smell very good. I mean, the snuff does, the handkerchief not so much. I need another drink of scotch. So anyway, here's the joke. So Clem goes into his local doctor's office and he says, "Doc, I gotta get me some birth control pills for Betty Jean." And the doctor is shocked and he says, "But Clem, Betty Jean is only what, 13 years old?" Clem says, "Yeah, that's about right. Betty Jean's 12, 13 years old, don't rightly remember." And the doctor says, "But she's only 12, 13. Is she sexually active?" And Clem says, "No, she just sort of lies there like her mama." I'm going to get nailed by YouTube for so many things on this video. I'm drinking whiskey, I'm using tobacco, talking filthy, making bad redneck jokes. You know how a redneck girl turns on the lights after sex? Well, hell, boy, she just kicks open the car door. Love redneck jokes. God knows you can't talk about any other ethnic group. You're going to get in trouble. If I make black jokes, Jewish jokes, gay jokes, Nazi jokes, Mexican jokes. I got a lot of really great Mexican jokes, but I don't dare tell them. The funny thing is, I have to tell you this. This is just for illustration. No, I do not feel racist or bigoted towards Hispanics at all. But I heard a joke a long time ago, and it's, what do you get if you cross a Mexican with an octopus? Beats the hell out of me, but you ought to see it pick lettuce. So I'm down in Costa Rica, and a cab driver down there is bitching about their immigration problem. And he says, "But I heard the greatest joke. What do you get if you cross a Nicaraguan with an octopus?" "I don't know, but you should see it pick coffee." International offensiveness. Like it. What do you say to an urban troubadour wearing a three-piece suit? Will the defendant please rise? See, the thing of it is about racist jokes, generally, you can just substitute hillbilly or redneck for it, and then it's perfectly acceptable, right? You're not going to piss anybody off because the rednecks are going, hey, that's fucking funny. You know, try to tell a black joke and, you know, pretty soon the FBI is investigating you. So, but if you're making jokes about white people, it's probably okay. I don't know. I want to hear from the rednecks out there, the hillbillies, the country boys. Those jokes offend you? Because if they do, I'll stop. I seriously will. You know, it's okay for Jeff Foxworthy or whoever it was to say, you know you're a redneck when you go to family reunions to meet women. Yeah. You know you're a redneck if your family tree doesn't have any branches. You know. But by God, all other races and genders and gays and whoever, they're immune to humor. You can't tell jokes about them. Otherwise, you get arrested, fined, and at the very least, you get kicked off of YouTube. I know, I'm just going to get nailed by YouTube for this whole video. Good. Cheers. So I got a question, honest question for my viewers. What is your preferred pronoun? Just want to know. Don't want to offend nobody. Anyway, that's about it. It is Friday night, the 25th of March, 2022. Thank you for pinching with me. Thanks for taking a little sipple of whatever drink you're drinking. In my case, really good scotch. Cheers. Just about gone, and so am I. From the dank basement, I am your wicked Uncle Squinty. Scotch. Paul W. Shalbetter, also known as Uncle Squinty, thank you for watching. I can't believe you stayed through the whole thing. You must have a lot of free time. By the way, if you're looking for something really offensive and you can still find it on YouTube, look up Tokyo Breakfast. No, seriously, it's funny. Well, I guess it's funny unless you're easily offended by slightly racial humor. I think it's funny. And see, the thing of it is I'm not immune. I love blind jokes. Did you hear about the blind prostitute? Come on, you gotta hand it to her. From the dank basement once again, thank you for watching.